The show features adults using adult language and discussing mature topics. You have been warned. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Rime with the Frostmaiden. When we left off, the group had quite an explosive finish against the combat encounter they had with a few goblins. And there appears to have been one casualty, maybe not casualty, maybe just AWOL. Periwinkle's friend Andrew, a dismembered hand, that apparently got in a fight with one of the goblins, and that goblin and Andrew are gone. But Chandra, right? I want to say Chandra, but it's Chandra, right?
I've tried to change my name.
You have that name there so often that I just assume that's your character's name.
That is my actual name, so...
That should just be a character's name.
I have actually named... Well, it used to be a character name, and now it's my actual name, because I really liked that character I played.
Wild, I believe you had made a survival check, and you were able to find a trail of where you think the goblin went. I think you did?
I wasn't here.
Who did? Somebody did. I just assumed. Okay. I assumed it was Wild, because Wild's really good at tracking.
Yeah, I wasn't here last session, remember? I was at the... I don't even know what I was doing.
That's right. So, I think we'll do...
Andrew an object?
No. Definitely not. So, real quick, to make this as a perfect role play, but also recap of last episode, Wild tracks the group, and Wild, you come here from 10 towns, from getting a bit of a rest. We'll say a short rest if you want. And you heard that they had traveled to find this sled with iron ingots on it, and you know that was south of the Doran Valley, so you've been looking around for him. You heard this large explosion that echoed off into nothingness, and you went to travel and find it, and when you did, you found a smoking crater in the burnt snow, and you see Valgg. I don't think you're enlarged anymore, but you see the rest of the group there, and it appears to have been a wagon at one point, because you can see parts of a wooden spoke wheel here and there. And about 120 feet away from that is a tilted over sled. And there appears to be stuff that's buried in snow. And when I say sled, I don't mean like an individual sled. I mean like an actually big toboggan sled.
All right. Actually, Scott, I do have a quick question. Mm-hmm. While I was in town, could I have said I got new armor? Because I was going to buy new armor at the last session. But we had
sure, why not?
All right, perfect. Getting rid of that regular leather and trading it in for some nice studded leather.
Yeah, I got to get some new armor whenever we get to a town again.
But you notice pretty much everybody's covered in black soot, and it seems to be recovering from shell shock.
I said I'm sorry.
I just kind of looks around at everyone and just kind of looks confused.
In the distance, about 60 feet away, you'll just then start to notice Wild, because Wild kind of blends in with the snow.
Just emerges from the snow.
Periwinkle, does Andrew have any objects on him, or is he just a disembodied hand?
Quick answer, no.
Okay.
So I wouldn't be able to use locate object to track him down.
No.
Wait, you're a grave cleric. Can't you use something to just see dead things or undead things?
I can. That's what my next thing was going to be.
Ah, okay.
Periwinkle, you would note the meta that Andrew is a tiny undead.
Yeah.
Then I use my ability to track undead so I can see any undead within 150 feet.
Is it within visible range that you can see?
Not sure.
You're on the road, aren't you?
I am.
Okay.
I'll pull up your character sheet.
I believe if it's like the Paladin's one, then it is by sight.
I'm gonna try to pull that up real fast for him.
It's the title
regardless,
not obscured by cover.
Regardless, you go to do that and you don't ping in the undead in that range.
Wild just kind of walks up, sees Periwinkle, and then everything in a state. Says, weren't we supposed to rescue the sled, not destroy it?
Oh, you see patches of white fur on the ground as well. Bloody white fur. Some of it burnt.
Well, the sled's okay, but there was a bit of a misunderstanding, it looks like. And she says that just blood dripping off her axes, looking really sheepish.
Was it on our end or your end?
Everything was really unnecessary.
Everything was really unnecessary. Yes, that just nods vigorously at that. Oh,
All right.
also the thing that that Mav's talking about. Oh yeah, never mind. Saege got it. It's in chat.
The wind howls.
The thunder rolls.
No thunder here.
The lightning strikes.
Is this a Garth Brooks song?
Yes.
Yep.
Sled explodes.
I was just doing narration for the brief pause.
Wild kind of.
Is everyone? Yes, you're just like, we did things we weren't supposed to do, and then everyone just stopped talking.
Wild was kind of waiting for someone to enumerate, but
It's not very interesting.
they're covered in
It's
blood.
pretty cool though.
Who looks like they got the shit kicked out of them in the group? Aside from Rowan.
What? Any of you under half health?
I didn't get the shit kicked out of me at all. I still have all my health.
Any of you have 75% of your health?
I'm pristine. I took no damage and I wasn't covered by the soot of the cart.
Okay, everyone looks fine, I guess.
I mean, I'm 35 out of 49.
That's healthy.
Yeah, it's healthy.
I only took 2 points of damage that being blown up. So,
That's almost as being blown up is almost as deadly as being stuck in a avalanche.
It was a fairly small explosion.
So are frag grenades.
Yeah.
That's true.
Unless it's a D20 frag.
It's okay. We don't really need to stop it. It's not a competition.
hey, Andrew!
Was the wind.
Your mom's gonna kill me.
I didn't know Andrew could whistle.
I'll just kind of look at Periwinkle and say, which way did he go?
I don't know. I left him with Rowan and.
You see tiny little goblin-sized tracks heading to the east.
All right, I'm going to roll a survival check to see if... Oh, that's a 21.
Okay, Wild, you are able to find out a few things here. One, you see 2 pairs of small-sized humanoid tracks heading west and a little bit south, so west-southwest. You see much larger quadrupedal steps. Seems to be like more, it was just a huge mass and trudged through the snow heading to the north. And the way Periwinkle's looking, one set of small humanoid going east.
Wild will point those 3 directions and say what she thinks made the tracks. So, the quadrupedal, the small humanoid.
Oh, the quadrupedal. It's probably polar bear.
Is that what the fur is from? Is that what the fur is from? Points to the ground.
Most likely, we had to fight some polar bears.
Yeah.
Flashback. Goku Ultra Instinct music as Valgg just suplexes a bear.
I missed the suplexing. God fucking damn it.
It wasn't an actual suplex, but it was like they both tackled each other. It was epic.
Yeah, it was more like a spear.
Pinned him against the cart that then exploded.
Yep.
You say it was an explosive finish?
What's the name? It's Fighter Z, and just goes dramatic finish.
All right.
Oh.
So which way? We're Wild will look to the group and kind of, we got this direction with the quadrupeds, we got this direction with the humanoids, and we got this direction with the small humanoid. Right, Scotty? I'm right with that?
Yes.
Wow,
So
I'm
you
shocked.
think Andrew was kidnapped?
Who's kidnapped?
I was thinking it and I wasn't going to say it.
Well, he was.
It's a forced
Who's-
hand holding.
There was still one goblin unaccounted for, and
They laid a finger on him. He must be a handful.
Damn
Stop
it.
it.
God damn it.
Sorry, I gave Callie the hiccups with my bad puns.
I've had the hiccups for like a minute.
That's a thumbs down for me.
Andrew seemed a little bloodthirsty last time, so he probably went off after the goblin. And whatever happened.
Right. So follow the goblin then.
Oh, the
Let's go.
goblin.
Have to save the hand thing. The creepy stuff.
And just so long as we don't run into the foot, we should be fine.
There's a food one.
That was an old Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles joke that just showed
I
my
got
it.
age.
Oh, I got it. The footer's still around though.
Yes, but it's not exactly.
It's
Nah.
because it was a reference to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that is
Mm.
showing the age, not the foot themselves.
Ah,
All right, so you continue heading east with, I assume, Wild and Periwinkle leading the way.
Yes.
After about an hour, you have mostly lost track of any kinds of trail due to just time and wind blowing snow over it. So I need both Wild and Periwinkle, or we can just do a big group survival check. It's up to you guys.
It was a 19,
And then it rolls off.
and then it rolled to 1.
Oh.
Well, to counteract that, Callie, I got a nat 20,
Oh my god.
which means I got a 23.
Oh, look at those tracks. Periwinkle goes faceplant.
Look at those tracks. Periwinkle face plants into them. Looks at them very closely.
if we're doing a group one, I think it's an 18.
I got a dirty 20.
Yeah, it's an 18.
Okay.
Good at that.
And we lost Trevor. Apparently.
Who'd we lose?
We have 2 rivers.
We have
He's,
2 rivers.
This is getting out of control. Now there's 2 of them.
he's coming from his computer.
Yeah.
He just got home.
I figured as much.
It would be fun though if there were 2 of them right now. Also, like we lost Periwinkle in a
I
red,
mean, in a
magenta.
pink out.
It's more magenta.
I think they put up a sticky note.
Yeah.
I'm here. I put up a sticky note. Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say Kelly usually puts up a sticky note for when
Yeah,
she
I
goes
don't wanna-
away.
I don't want to ruin the windows. So
I just walk away and show everyone in my really shitty dirty room.
So
Yeah.
with 2 rivers, can I do double Eldritch Blast?
There's only one
No.
river now, so you missed out. I Eldritch blast the footprints. We lose them.
Okay, so we don't know where to go on how to get Andrew back. So Periwinkle, how important is Andrew, and can it be replaced by any hand?
well, my parents and my aunt and my uncle found him in a chest. Do you want to explain it, Scotty, or he's kind of important to my family. He's been around for like 20 plus years. So
It's
You
very old
ring a ding
hand.
ding your family up and see if they know how to find him.
I mean, did we fail the check? That should be the question to Scotty first, because I know like three of us rolled successes, and one of us was a critical success.
So you continue heading east, going off of your intuitions. And that's what the survival check was. Of like, well, if I'm a tiny creature trying to find warmth or whatever, which way would I go? And you keep going that way, and at this point, a few hours later, you know that you are fairly far away from civilization as you continue heading east. You can those of you that got like the 20 plus in your survivals know that the nearest lake is about 3 hours to the northwest of where you guys currently are. At least that's what you're judging by distance that you've traveled. That's when who got the highest? Who got the critical?
Me. I got the critical.
You notice a piece of cloth frozen in the snow, and you go to pick it up, and everyone else matches it with the what the goblin was wearing. So you know you're heading the right way.
Just go to the goblin and say, "Hey, what are you wearing?"
I mean, the same thing I always do. So, okay, apparently that was a bad joke. Everybody got quiet. Is there anything on the... Say what, Lluis?
No, I mean, like, we are all wearing the same clothes. It's fine.
It was a joke. It was a joke.
Yeah.
It was, well, one, a two-part joke of, hey, what you wearing being a flirty thing, and also two, it being a State Farm joke.
Yeah. Are there any caves or any type of smoke coming up from anywhere that we can see?
Nothing you can see. You have no idea where the heck this goblin's going.
Do we still have its trail, at least?
Yes.
All right.
You're thinking, with passive insights, that the goblin is trying to get away from you guys, but it's also trying to stay away from 10 towns. So it's trying to find a place to bunker down.
Can I call my mom with the sending stone and say, "Hey, Mom,
On a scale from 1 to 10, how mad are you going to be if...
I kind of, Andrew."
Well, Mom, what would you say?
What?
She's playing the daughter of a previous character of hers, so.
Serene would probably be like, "You what?"
You want me?
I knew it was a bad idea to send you out there. Oh yeah, okay, bye.
News about it hangs up immediately.
Oh, too soon.
What? Oh, okay. Thank you.
Oh.
That's what she really does. She just her own hand teleports in and gives her warranty. That or it's coffee. I think it's coffee. But in any case, you guys continue. Yeah, it is tea. You guys continue to travel, and you eventually find like little hints here and there, and then you are getting fairly tired at this point, I would say. You've spent most of the day either fighting or traveling. Valgg's probably fine, because Valgg probably spends most of their life traveling anyway, but it's definitely been like a full day's of travel, for sure.
All right, let's find a good, safe place. Shouldn't be able to run us. Probably will have to do the same thing as we're doing.
You try to find a little valley between two snow dunes, and you guys go to set up camp there. Because Icewind Dale is kind of like real-life Antarctica in terms of terrain, for the most part. So it's mostly flat, cold, windy. No real convenient caves to find. You can probably try to make your own, but it'll take a long time.
We don't need to. I ritual cast Tiny Hut.
How tiny is the hut?
It can fit all of us.
How
Nice.
how many medium-sized creatures can it fit? I think 8. And Valgg
9
technically
cre-
counts.
9
I'm medium.
creatures of medium size or smaller can fit inside the dome with you.
Yep, there you go. So as long as you're inside the dome, it's still cold, but I'll say it counts as like a windbreaker. For sure. So it's kind of like an igloo.
Would we be able to pack snow around like an actual igloo and have it be a little more insulated?
I mean, it's pretty insulated in terms of like, it doesn't, I don't believe it. I think it's pretty well sealed usually.
Yeah, nothing can enter it. No creatures anyway can enter it. And I'm being nice and saying the cold wind doesn't enter either. But air still comes through and stuff.
Right. Would we be able to put a fire in here and make it warmer, or would it smoke us all out?
I would say the smoke would come out of the top of it.
Mhm.
I would think Prism wouldn't make it so smoke wouldn't be able to come out.
Right.
Prism, let's just,
Unless I leave and leave them to monoxide poisoning.
I mean, but if you
You
leave,
can't
then-
leave because
then
it
it
just
destroys
You can't
itself.
leave.
I really
You
should
can't.
get my
If
own
you're gonna
spells.
try and kill us, you have to stay here and try to outlast us first.
Like, learn fireball.
You say
Didn't
that.
say how big the room was. I said I cast fire.
You say that, Saege, about making your own spells,
did
but I'm
that
actually doing
yesterday.
something similar.
Well, last time.
Anyway. So you all set up for the night. And bunker down.
Yes.
And as you set up for the night, does anyone go on watches, or you guys are just like, nah, we'll just all sleep. Nothing can get in.
Watch is a good idea.
Yes. Wow.
This is Icewind Dale.
Nothing can get in, nothing can see you in the dome.
Mm-hmm. And can you change the color of the dome too? To like
Yeah,
make
you
it.
can, you can give it mood lighting.
Here's what, okay, better one. Prism, since you're such a thematic character and you're playing a wizard, I always like to think wizards customize their own spells cosmetically. How would your tiny hut look?
Probably as sharp and rigid as my character. So it would probably actually look more like an igloo than anything else.
So, Superman's home, but tiny size.
I like that. Crystalline figures circling up from the ground, forming the tiny hut. And it's still absolutely, yes, I love that.
That's awesome. I love that.
And you all can walk in and out like it's just like a hologram or something. But for everything else, it's very tangible. And you guys can see out of it just fine.
Mhm.
So, who's going on watch again?
Wild calls last watch.
Okay.
I'll take a watch as well.
I made the hut. The rest of you can figure out their threat.
Do you want to do individual watches or like in pairs?
We don't have enough to complete pairs. Actually,
So Rowan and Wild will be the two people that switch between watches.
Rowan, are you a half elf or a full elf?
Half. elf.
Okay, I thought I couldn't. I can't remember if it's half or full.
It's full that has the trance ability.
Yeah,
Although I should say Perry should have a watch too potentially, because if Handrew sees her, if she knows how to spot Handrew.
might
was
come in
going
handy to find her.
I was gonna say yeah, but I didn't know how many watches were.
We only need 3 watches, or 4 watches
Okay,
actually,
well, I will do one.
and then Valgg, and then
Yeah.
River can take one whenever too.
I mean, I prefer if it's harder because I have like plus
Alright.
0 perception.
River and Valgg, it is then.
Okay, and what order?
Wild's last one.
Mm-hmm. Who's taking first watch?
Rowan will take first.
Then who would you wake up, Rowan?
Probably Perry, because Perry also has that resistance to the cold from that ring.
That's fair. Okay, so you all take your rests. We'll say this is around a 12-hour time gap Mostly because it's like setting up. No, it would be 8 hours because tiny hut wouldn't last longer than that.
Yeah.
Any case, during Periwinkle's shift, I need you to make me a perception check since you're watching for stuff.
I don't know. Oh, okay, cool. 18.
Wow. Wow. Okay. So you notice through the winds and the snow something glowing in the distance. This like dim blue light seems to be coming from away, and it's starting to get closer, and it goes less from like a fuzz, and it starts to become more of a shape. And then that's when you see coming up over one of the snow dunes is an elk with 3 other elks. And this one elk, for some reason, has glowing antlers. Think of them almost like elk antlers, but the antlers themselves are blue lightsabers. It's the best way I could describe them. And the rest of the elk are just digging through some of the snow and trying to find grass. But this one with the glowing antlers, it looks right at the hut. And it's kind of like looking at it worryingly.
All I can see with the elk with the glowing antlers are the reindeer in Norway.
Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. I put a picture in the Discord of what you see.
Oh. Does he look friendly?
Roll insight.
He has 2 giant glowing blades attached to his head.
Antlers.
Yeah, and so does Valgg.
It's like Illidan if he was a moose.
Oh, Jesus
It's
Christ.
like it's like Illidan if it wasn't a punk ass bitch.
You are not prepared.
It's very cool. 10.
10?
Yeah.
It doesn't seem to be hostile. It just seems more cautious. Doesn't seem like it's malicious in any way, but for some reason you can't help but see a glim of intelligence in their eyes compared to the others. The others seem to be just animals. But this one seems to know itself and of others, if that makes sense.
Can I leave the tiny hut, or is okay, I can't.
You can come and go as you please.
Yeah, we can leave. Prism can't.
Okay. I will walk out of the tiny hut, and I'm like, hello.
The wind howls, and you're pretty sure you would have to shout from this distance in order for it to hear you. But it looks at you. But it does not move. Almost like the closest thing I can think of is it just stands there majestically and stoic, almost like Bambi's dad.
Oh boy, it's about to get killed.
I take a mental picture of my head.
Not Bambi's mom, Bambi's dad.
Oh,
Uh,
Ilf.
Yeah, actually, yeah. If you're into, well, Valgg might be, so I don't know.
Oh,
We won't get into that. In any case, what do you do, Perry?
I've got how close is he?
We'll say 120 feet away, because these are 2 big snow dunes, and it's like at the top, and you're in the valley.
I'm like, hello. I'm gonna walk towards him.
You say hello to it? In what
I'm
language?
scared.
Common?
Wants to read.
I'm assuming common?
Yeah, I'll say yeah, cause yeah, that's yeah.
You hear from the top of the snow dune. Hello!
Oh, okay. Are you just passing through?
Yes. Are you doing the same?
We are. Have you seen a small hand? A disembodied hand.
Its antlers tilt slightly. A small hand.
Yeah, like maybe a little bit bigger than this, but like kind of bones sticking out the back of it.
I have not seen such an odd creature before, but I have seen a lone goblin traveling to the east. It heads for the spire.
The spire. Okay. Yeah. Well, we mean no harm. We're passing through. This is a just a survival situation. For us. But we will leave as soon as possible. It's good to see you.
Flirt with the deer.
The feeling is neutral.
Hey, this is cool.
It is cold, and it goes off over the dune.
Wait, what's your name?
There's no response as the glow starts to fade. Do you chase after it?
I like
him.
him.
Bug him. My name's Perry.
The light is now glow light over top of the crest of the snow dune, and it eventually fades away.
Valgg.
Okay, bye. That was weird. Okay, bye.
Just imagine you building a snowman with an elk.
Lightsaber elk with snowman.
And then
yeah.
I'll leave it up to you if you tell the rest of the group about this or not. Before your shift's over.
You're not gonna believe me.
It's around midnight. Like everyone's definitely asleep at this point.
Valgg. I saw a glowy elk.
How glowy?
Like whoosh.
Only the antlers?
Yeah.
Are you sure you're not remembering when, like, they cast the glowing thing on my helmet?
No, I like legit just had a strange conversation with this elk outside. He was just passing through.
Oh, that's... So what did you talk about?
Well, he told me that the goblin was heading towards the spire.
What spire?
I don't know.
Okay, Valgg, as a context here, Periwinkle woke you up and you feel like you've slept for maybe 2 minutes.
Okay, like, so on a scale from like 1 to 10, how important do you think this is?
I like maybe a 9. I don't know. It was cool.
I mean, it's very cool, but like waking everyone up and start going to the spire or the elk or something important.
Oh no! Everybody should probably sleep. We could just do it later.
Oh, okay, that's nice.
I just wanted to tell you.
That I am.
He's currently
really
looking for local singles in your area.
I am really. Really glad elks are really cool. They're big. They're imposing. They have like really big eyes. And I'm starting to falling asleep as I'm trying to talk.
Okay, have a good night, buddy.
Have we established how Valgg sleeps? Do you sleep with your human half like sitting up, or you sleep with your human half lying down?
Or do you just go
I
forward with
assume
like a cat?
it looks really uncomfortable, but it's actually comfortable for me. But pretty much like the human half, it's like ragdolling on the ground.
I love it.
People say that horses sleep standing up, And they do, but they also, if they're comfortable with it, can sleep on their sides. So I just imagine centaurs, for the most part, sleep on their sides.
Yeah, I imagining like how mules rest on the side, kind of like that, and then the human part is like just. Also, I'm with my helmet, so it's like kind of weird.
Mm-hmm. Besides that, no other encounters happen during everyone's shifts. So you all wake up in the morning as you are, okay, rudely wake into the morning as the 8 hours, like, ding! And, like, the hut disappears, and snow that was resting on top of the hut goes poof on top of everybody, and then immediately, a bunch of wind hits everybody.
Wild was already awake. And Wild probably was like watching the time and just kind of walked out as everything fell down.
So I had the craziest dream, like Periwinkle told me about a glowing thing.
It actually happened.
Oh,
I like to think
Oh,
Valgg's
so you're
head
real-
lifts up, and there's just, like, a packed snow in the antlers.
so you really talked to a moose,
Well, it was an elk
an elk.
Uh,
Sorry.
with antlers,
Yes.
and they were like.
And there's a spire, and the goblin is walking to a spire.
Yes.
All right.
I want to check the map. Where's the spire?
Wild will look to see if Periwinkle.
There is
fell
no
on her.
spire on the map.
Okay, I want to check it out with Wild. Wild, you know about the spire.
Also, you all notice Periwinkle, the snow that's on Periwinkle, melts pretty much immediately.
I mean, we already know she has the ring. So
And for Rowan, it never melts off.
Wild. So Scotty, does Wild know anything about the spire?
Roll it history check.
All right.
Could I roll as well, since I've been here and I'm a bard? I would be like trying to have like local legends and stuff like that.
Yeah, you both can roll.
I assume it's not near any path I would have ever walked.
No.
Okay.
You guys are way far away from civilization. You've never traveled this far.
30, 20.
Okay, and what about Rowan?
Not too good. 12.
Okay, Rowan, you have not heard of any spires.
Aside from Inspire.
Mhm.
Yes. Yeah.
Um,
Rowan's just waking up and she just notices the snow is still stuck to her and she just swears under her breath and just shoves it off.
Meanwhile,
Takes it out of her collar.
Wild has a flashback. Back. And it just goes to flashback.
Does the cat thing when it gets the flower on its head?
Yeah, pretty much.
I honestly thought you were about to say flashbang, and I was wondering what I did wrong.
And
Flashbang.
Wild, what did you do in 10 Towns before your level 1 and beyond adventures?
Well, she lived in the wilds pretty much with their clan.
Okay, we'll say that a clan member of yours says that apparently there was an evil wizard in East Haven, but they tied him up on a stake and lit him on fire. And apparently he had a buried tower. But everyone that knew about it, besides him, he killed to keep the location secret. That's the only thing you can think of, is this rumor that you heard.
Wild kind of like cocks and I've heard of a rumor of a tower, but just a rumor.
And what was the rumor about?
That there was a wizard who had a hidden tower and they were killed. And everybody else who had known about it was also killed.
Okay, so I will turn to Prism. If a wizard was killed in their tower, and it was like a super magic secret tower in the middle of the frozen tundra, from a scale to 1 to 10, how dangerous could that be?
10. Wild to say without even waiting for Prism to say anything.
Imagine how dangerous you think it would be.
I have no idea.
Exactly.
So we can expect traps, monsters, ghost wizards.
Yes.
Do you
yes,
turn into
yes,
war?
Yes.
Do you turn into ghost when you die? Oh,
It depends.
I hate ghosts.
Those of you that would know what I'm talking about, you know that there are quite a few wizards in 10 towns that have been coming to visit for doing things. So maybe it's one of those wizards. Hopefully not. Hopefully not the one you know, because apparently they were killed according to Wild.
Not only were they killed, they were lit on fire. You can't come back from that.
Exactly.
I mean, a ghost can come back from anything. They're ghosts.
Well, at least we have some heading.
Do I know roughly where they would have said it would have been, or like where you would have been taken care of?
I did say it was East Haven.
All right, so while we just kind of to East Haven.
Does it make sense a goblin going to a dead wizard tower?
It's probably he's probably looking for shelter. Just anything will do, even if it's a tower for mages that is likely riddled with spell traps of some kind.
Unless they've set up there.
None of you
in the storm.
None of you were witness to this, but I'm going to show you the picture anyway.
So I have like, wow.
Oh, that's an awesome drawing. I love that
Yeah,
style.
It's
they chose for
really
that.
cool.
That's so good.
I always love that style, kind of like almost a bit sketchy too. God, the fire
It's
looks
like,
so good.
I love when artists can like sketch, but the only thing they do is like, they sketch directly lighting. And it's like, what?
It's impressive as hell.
For those wondering, it is a digital painting of the wizard at this in a witch burning, essentially. And there's a crowd around him, and you can just barely make out like the wizard hat in the fire, just completely engulfed.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of if anybody's played Frostpunk. If you they're like the trailer where they execute the guy, but it's like execution by steam.
Hera's played through that.
I actually want to pick it up. It looks pretty neat. I've watched Crony Oro from Hollow Life play it.
I would recommend it.
The city must survive.
Yep.
Put those children to work. They're not doing anything else.
Sawdust in the bread.
You know what that made me think of the first time I saw Crony working on that stuff. If anybody's ever played Alice the Madness Returns, the factory where Dormouse and the others run, you hear them over the speakers going, "A good worker is a live worker, ready to live and work. A bad worker is a dead worker who is dead and cannot work." On repeat. It's like, yeah. But yeah.
Sounds pretty capitalist, yeah.
So yeah, I have only like one really not important question. Is like that: do hand-drew nails keep growing?
I don't think so.
Not that you know of Periwinkle.
I'm sorry, it's been bugging me for the last couple hours.
You must like file it down or something. Like I can imagine somebody would do it, but maybe not.
They're very gross nails.
Okay, then probably not. I would think my sister would do something about that, but
like
I
give
guess
him
not.
a pedicure. Manicure, not pedicure. Pedicure's
Manicure.
Hand-drew can get frostbite.
Religion check?
What do you talk with hand-drew about?
I mean,
I don't think Andrew talks.
Normally it's me just telling him about my day and him just being like,
I don't want to point fingers at anyone, but
Andrew does.
Religion.
I mean, ASL is probably going to be very hard with just one hand.
I mean, hey, you only need one hand to say fuck off to someone.
It is possible. There is a sign language for those that are deaf and only have one hand.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's actually really cool.
Just remember, Thing communicated with the Morse code to Gomez.
That is also true.
Oh yeah.
Usually they just spell everything.
Hmm.
If they have just one hand. Sorry, go ahead.
I got a 9.
You don't remember him ever being affected by any kind of weather. Like he didn't dry out when you were in a place I won't name.
Okay. I don't know. He didn't get. I mean, he hasn't been affected by weather before, but that doesn't mean that I just didn't pay attention to it because I've kind of just, I won't go into it. But
It's fine. We'll find him. Well,
okay.
yeah. I just questions. So should we go to
We should get going. We're burning
Super
daylight.
Doom Tower of Torment?
Well, we don't even know if it does have. It is there, but
I just want to get
Or
into
where
the
it is.
worst possible scenario. So
I
when
thought you
we
did that
get
already
into the
with
Rainbow
exploding.
Tower of Unicorns, it's
you-
all better.
Does whatever mail order you're part of, Valgg, do you get good job security, good like dental? So would this be considered a workplace incident if you got hurt? You could
Do
claim
you
it
get-
on your
Do you get
insurance.
hazard pay?
You know what? You know what, Valgg?
Okay.
You do have a life insurance policy that your next
Oh.
of kin will get 100 gold if you die,
Jokes.
and that's pretty much all you got.
Wow, it's still better than most American job security.
Oh
Yeah.
hell yeah!
It's specifically because you're in Icewind Dale.
Oh, it's just how like in World War II they didn't cover submarine crews because they have a ridiculously high chance of dying.
Yeah, they gave you that life insurance, Valgg, even though life insurance doesn't exist, but whatever, as the incentive to try to get couriers to be up in Icewind Dale.
Ring a ding.
Well, yeah, I will tell that to Rowan. Like, yeah, we have like a life insurance policy that will be sent to my family that will not appreciate it because Centaur clans don't care about gold.
Hmm.
So
Nah, I see.
yeah, that's kind of it.
Hmm.
It's fine.
All right, if you say so. Rowan looks a little bit worried at that, having again lived in a very isolated village. This is nice, like life insurance policies are new to her, but she's heard of it before, and just hearing that this one sucks kind of concerns her.
I mean, it's pretty good. It's just of no use to my family.
Wild just kind of Wild sees the confusion of Rowan says it's better than the life insurance, the other insurance I've been offered from other jobs. The only thing that the military offered when I was working with them was to pay for the funeral.
Yeah, I was about to say they would probably pay for the funeral and would try to get the body if possible.
The funeral was just burning me before I'd get returned to save price.
Oh, so like my people would do it.
They would give you funeral depending. The funeral itself would depend on what god you worshipped, I would say.
Scotty, for context, she worked as a mercenary. They probably just burned her body and was like, "There we go, we dealt with your funeral."
Oh, as a merc? Yeah, no, they don't care.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. She was a merc.
I was thinking town guard or something.
No, she never worked as a town guard. She was the opposite, Scotty. Remember?
In any case, you all start to head east after your long rest and whatnot.
Yeah.
Like a plan.
Go to Doom Tower.
And you start to hear like chainsaw guitar noises as you see in front of you, a bit a ways, we'll say about 60 feet ahead of the party, a red blotch in the snow. When I say red blotch, I mean pretty big area where it's just red snow.
Oh no.
Perception check. I'm gonna check to see if I see anything around here. 22.
You can definitely tell it's the remains of some kind of beast. You can see some ribs and stuff. And it's laying on its sides, quadrupedal, maybe a moose. Kind of hard to tell, but when you get closer, you see it is an elk.
Wild
Oh,
though.
no.
Wild though say it's an elk.
You notice most of its guts have been torn out.
Rowan just looks over at Perry and just goes, The elk you saw, was it going this direction?
Was it?
No, it was heading south.
Oh. Oh.
But it was, but it did have friends with it.
Yeah. No, it was heading south, and they could have lost one along the way because there were a bunch of them.
Maybe one of the
Ellie,
bears.
remember they were looking at you cautiously.
This could have been. Was this the direction the bears were going, or were the bears going somewhere else?
Bears going in
The
different
bears were going north.
Oh,
Or wolves or a dragon.
could be wolves. I doubt it was the dragon. The dragon we saw was freezing its food before eating it.
But the dragons reproduce. Maybe it was like offspring, like a baby
Yeah.
dragon.
Could be. Can we look at the body and see what might have killed it?
Medicine check.
Negative right now.
I don't think you just leave fresh kill out there. Predator or no?
Is it fresh or it's
out
been
out of character watch. It's what the goblin spent the night in.
Medicine check. Uh,
15.
Valgg was also asking, but your 15 answers his question. The body looks like it's been dead for maybe 12 hours, maybe. And it looks like you see claw marks all over it, especially around his jugular, which you think is the killing blow. It probably bled to death. If it didn't bleed to death, whatever it was probably started eating it while it was still alive, because it did not travel very far while bleeding out, that's for sure. The bite marks are quite peculiar. They don't seem to be made with teeth. They seem to be made with like a big giant beak.
And just like the width of the claws, how do they look? Like it's a
Large,
splay,
large size set of claws for sure.
tearing or more finely cut?
Tearing.
Do I know anything about large birds in this area?
Nature checks for anyone after that gets
Did
relayed.
you say anyone says the big thing out loud?
And who rolled the? I think that's Rowan. Is Rowan telling this out loud?
Yes, but I just lost my dice on my table.
How are we doing
I mean,
on
like,
rations? Can
there
we get
was-
meat off of it?
Oops, sorry.
Sorry.
Good question. Where are you guys at with rations? We'll say it's been, you guys have maybe spent 2 days out, or 1 day out of town.
I still have 10 days of rations.
There was a bunch of Goliaths that were looking for stray griffins. Could a griffin have like? Could a griffin made
I've
this?
done this.
Done this?
I would say
How
this
does
is
it-
a
does it
nature
fit-
check.
That is a 19 nature.
Both of you with your nature checks. For when you know of griffins, which I doubt either of you have actually seen one in person, this beaks, bites, pecks, whatever you want to call them, are bigger than what you would expect from a griffin, because a griffin's kind of like a horse-sized bird. But these seem much more like wide bites.
Wider.
Mhm.
I got a
Because-
21. Do I know what this is?
Perry, this reminds me of reminds you of this old toy that you used to have from your older brother, who's now a high-level wizard,
Oh, okay, that one.
and he had a plush owlbear.
Oh
Oh, we're gonna be killing some beeps.
no! No. What was his owl bear's name? I forgot. I can Google it real quick.
Albert?
Owlbear.
No, he had a name for it. I don't know on top of my head.
That's the good thing about having your siblings in actual canon.
Stepbrother, I guess.
He's my adopted brother. It doesn't say. Did Cat write it down? I'll have to go look for it.
You have to go harass Cat.
I have to go harass Cat, but yeah. It doesn't matter. I'm like, oh no, Mr. Stuffy.
Wild just kind of gives Periwinkle the weirdest look. The fuck?
I guess that's what I would have called it. Because I'm pretty sure that's not what it was. It's an owl bear.
Okay, for those of you that rolled your nature checks that weren't above 20, after she says owlbear, that's when you will realize, even though in the modern D&D setting they've made owlbears being all cute and stuff, owlbears are anything but that. They are like aggressive bears, and sometimes they kill even when they're not hungry.
Wild just kind of looks and says, starts looking around as soon as she says owl bear.
And Rowan just does the same, just like
Pulls her gun out.
Low crouch, axes at the ready.
Yep. Draws gun.
Wild, you would know that there are some native to Icewind Dale.
Yeah.
They cannot fly, right?
No.
No.
Writes that down, yes.
Oh.
Okay. Oh my god, that would be super terrifying. Oh
Especially if you literally cross an owl with a bear, because owls have flyby, which is one of the most terrifying abilities in D&D.
Also, they are like super sneaky.
Yes, they are stealthy masters.
Imagine stealthy bears. That's
drop bears. That's what they are. They'd be drop bears, guys.
Let me see what else I can get you guys for owlbears.
Aren't there like the ones from Icewind Dale? Aren't they white? Because I've seen like polar bears and snow
they
owls.
are polar bears and snow owls.
Like I've seen art from across my Twitter.
Owlbears have a nasty reputation for the ferocity, aggression, stubbornness, and sheer ill temper that make them one of the most feared predators of the wild. They are not stealthy, but they're like a honey badger in that sense, where they just like, I don't fucking care, I'm running right at you and I'm going to kill you. They can be tamed, but it's very difficult, and you would have to raise them from young.
Yeah, well,
and to get a owlbear cub away from their mother is not an easy task.
Yeah. Well, we need to move now, just in case.
Good
We should get out
idea.
of here.
That's a good idea. Let's go.
You
Keep an eye out.
You continue moving ahead, and as you do, you spot way in the distance as you move across a snow dune a 20-foot-high, irregularly shaped spur of rock that juts out of the tundra ahead of you. Its smooth, shiny surface cannot possibly have been worn down by the wind. No, this protrusion looks utterly out of place, as if it had been thrust into the ground. And you see at the bottom of the dune an owlbear.
I think we found the spire
That sees you guys.
and our owlbear.
How far away is the owl bear?
I will say at this point about 200 feet.
So does any of you know, like, if we look big and make a lot of noise, they will run away?
It'll fight us. Owlbears aren't known for backing down. We're going to be in for a fight. It sees us.
Okay.
Does it start approaching us, Scotty?
It does start walking towards you guys.
Yeah. Yeah. Wild, I'll check her guns.
Yeah, I'll start
Make sure they're
running
at the
towards
ready.
it.
And then
we'll start shooting.
and then it starts moving a bit faster, and you hear a screech.
Oh,
I'll charge.
All right.
And we will roll initiative.
Scotty, when you said and we, it sounded like you were going to say and we'll see what happens next time.
Ah, too early of an end.
No, way too early.
Oh, I know, but still.
I don't need to roll for allies. Rip Andrew.
Advantage.
don't say rip, Andrew.
No, he's fine. He's fine.
He's dead.
So,
It's a soft 20 for Rowan.
Okay. How about Wild?
23.
And Dr. River?
23 as well.
Ooh, I think Wild has better dex.
I have a +5 dex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Prism? I'm assuming Prism's away. Periwinkle?
16.
Ooh, rolling good. And Valgg.
12.
Same as last time.
I'm back.
Oh,
Well,
hey!
yeah, just in time.
Oh,
Sorry.
a wild, snowy owlbear is charging at the party. You guys are at the top of a snow dune, and I was having everybody roll initiative.
I kind of figured it was the owlbear from the owlbear you posted in Discord. I apologize for being away so long.
It's all good. It happens.
I got a 9 on initiative.
What's your dex?
I was not expecting that. It is +3.
Okay. So,
Weird to see an owlbear with the the eyes are so little.
Mm-hmm.
and sinister. So,
It's an owl.
Wild.
I will barely believe it.
You go first, but I'll let you
Okay.
decide when you go. At this point, I would say the owlbear is about 120 feet away, but you can let it get closer if you want before initiative starts.
Yeah, there's no point in me shooting. 'Cause that's extreme. That's beyond my long range for my pistol.
Okay, how
So-
close does it get before you...
It gets to 60 feet if I have to wait to fire at long range. So I'm actually sorry. That's my. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong thing. 120 feet.
Yeah, you were looking at the shotgun, weren't you?
No, I was looking at the dagger.
Ah.
The shotgun.
Wow, you can yeet a dagger at 60 feet? God
60 feet
damn.
is the extreme. Is the long range for it? Yes.
Holy shit. I would like to see that in real life. Any case.
I mean, depends on the angle you throw it at. Now, accuracy would be the questionable part of that.
One word, Spetsnaz.
And those only have about a.
those are spring propelled
Yes.
or gas propelled, I forget. They're modified knives.
They're
No,
spring.
I
they're
meant the
spring
ones that
propelled.
they actually throw, not just the spring propelled. Never
60
mind.
feet. But no, yeah, no, Scotty, you're thinking the ballistic knife is spring propelled.
Mhm. In any case, it gets within
Anyway.
60 feet.
Yeah, because it goes after me, I assume. Then
You guys are like, I'll say, at like a line at the top of the hill because you guys were looking
Yeah.
at the spire in the distance, and then like one of you looks down and you just hear like, it's just like going up after you
is
guys.
that Donkey Kong?
I don't know. That's my bear noise. I guess it'd be more like a horrible screech growl, if I
Yeah,
remember right.
a scrowl.
Because in previous editions, I think 3.5, they had like a little quote, italicized quotes at the beginning of every monster, and it'd be like a description of it. And one of them was like an owlbear charging the party, and they described it as a nightmarish screech in the middle of the night.
Mm-hmm. Which makes sense. But yeah, no, Wild's just gonna kind of, she's gonna just kind of hold action until it gets closer, and when it's within range, she's gonna shoot at it. That's what I'll do. I'll just hold my action to shoot.
Okay, that's fair. Immediately right after you, or should I say, technically at the same time, Dr. River, it's your turn.
How far did you say it was now?
Since Wild's not taking any action yet, how close would you let it get before you do something?
I could operate at 120.
Okay, so at 120 feet, what do you do?
Well, when if it's not broke, Eldritch Blast.
All right, fire away.
When in doubt, blast it out.
17 hit.
17 does. Remember, you are 5th level now, so if you're 5 levels... Actually, no, it's a cantrip, doesn't matter. You have 2 shots.
A double tap for 16 damage.
Okay. You hit it twice, and it keeps charging you, not carrying.
Booty McHoot face doesn't give a fuck.
It's definitely hurt it. Oh, it definitely hurt it. But it just keeps going.
Doesn't give a hoot.
It does not give a hoot.
That's it for me right now.
Okay. Rowan, you are next. Technically, it's at 120 feet still.
Alright, I'm going to run up to my full 30.
Mm-hmm. So now you're 90.
I'm going to hold my action with my axes out there, just ready for it. I'm gonna hold my action to swing on it.
Okay, wait, before you go, I did describe you guys are in the top of a snow dune.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll say it's... No, I'm going to roll for it if it's going to be difficult terrain or not. It is difficult terrain.
Alright. Then I guess I'll just move my 15 down, and I'll hold my action if it gets close to me to take a swing at. You know what? No, I'm going to dash. I'm going to use my dash so I can get 30 down.
If one of you had a sled, I would say it would go double its normal movement.
And I assume I can't jump out as far as I can and cast Featherfall.
I mean, technically you can, but even then.
Even with jumping, though, your jumping still counts as movement.
What's your strength score?
My strength score is 20.
Okay, so if you moved 10 feet back and then did a 10-foot running jump and you made the check, you would move 20 feet horizontally and then feather fall straight down.
Mm-hmm.
It technically would be closer if you want to do that.
I'm not going to risk it. I'm just going to dash down the difficult terrain.
Okay.
I love the idea of you long jumping in there. There's just the ball bear mauling you.
Yeah, just
that's I didn't think this through.
Yeah, I go like flying out with my axe, and then the bear just gets up on its hind legs and just opens its arms with its claws and just screeches. And I'm like, shit. No, yeah, that's it.
Okay. Then after you, it is Periwinkle's turn.
Okay. It's nowhere closer to us, right? Like,
Not
I'm
yet.
able to get to it. Okay. Hang on. Okay. I'm going to if I hold an action, can I still do a bonus action?
Not with the bonus action, but yes, you can still do it holds a bonus action and a held action.
Okay. Well, okay.
Yeah.
What I want to do is I want to rage, but then I want to hold my action until.
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay, so I'm gonna rage, and then doing that, I have to roll.
Okay, keep in mind, everyone's is in a line up on the top of the snow dune at the moment, except for Rowan, who moved down. Did you want to move first and then rage?
Move 15 feet as you're running rage.
I don't think it's going to matter. She won't be far enough away from the one she's scared of.
Just do it.
Yeah, you're going to embrace your chaos.
I know. All right. I rolled a 4, so let's see what that is.
You explode. And
it's the same. It's the same one that I keep rolling. Magic infuses.
Everything within a mile radius takes 1d6 radiant damage.
No. Magic infuses one weapon of your choice that you're holding until your rage ends. The weapon's damage type changes to force and it gains the light and thrown properties.
I think
the normal range of 20 feet and a long range of 60 feet.
I think Periwinkle's trying to tell you she should have been Thor.
You should have picked Storm Barbarian, you dumbass.
No.
But yeah, and then besides that, I'm gonna it doesn't do anything, so I'm gonna sit there and hold my action.
Okay. Then after you, it is Valgg's turn.
I'll charge forward.
Okay, so you're gonna move dash.
Yes.
Okay, so you move 40 feet down.
Yeah.
Do you have any? Now I think about it, I did say it was difficult terrain. Do any of you have anything that negates difficult terrain?
I do, but
I have the ice hooves, but I don't think this is ice.
No, it's because it's really snowy. It's like really fluffy snow.
Shoes. Do you have snowshoes? Is more of the question.
Yes, I do.
What?
I have snowshoes too. So.
Do snowshoes negate difficult terrain in snow?
I would assume that'd be the point of them.
Yes.
Didn't we all get those?
I didn't.
thought I did.
Hooray!
I purchased mine at the beginning of the campaign.
I didn't bother because I can move on to different occult terrain if I really want to.
I don't think they make these for horses.
Rip.
I'm curious about this now.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now.
I don't see it in mine. Darn it. Then again, I don't see the winter clothes in mine either.
Yeah, they do. They do make snowshoes for horses.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Yeah, which doesn't surprise me actually. Like, right? They make effectively snowshoes for cars, right, with chains and such.
But one thing is for ice. and one
Oh
thing
my
is for
god.
snow.
Okay, so here's literally all snowshoes do by word. Snowshoes reduce the likelihood that their wearer will get stuck in deep snow. That's all it does.
Wow,
I
that's
mean, I
really
think
shit.
to negate this, we should have skis.
However, I know Valgg got the metal spikes on their hooves.
That's not going to help in snow.
I know it's not, but it actually does something. You can't fall prone when moving on slippery ice.
Oh.
So that's good to know. Anyway. Oh, and your cold winter clothing makes it so you guys don't
Freeze
to death. But in any case, I guess what we've been doing, it's still going. So you've all dashed, so you're 40 feet down the hill.
Mhm.
Okay, anything else? Because you got a bonus action. Probably not, but thought I'd ask.
Not useful right now. Yeah, no.
Okay. And then it is Prism's turn.
I will move. Can only move at half speed, so I'll move 15 feet up, which puts me just within range to cast Enlarge on Valgg.
Ooh, okay.
This has become my new favorite pastime.
Pretty cool.
The Centaur wrestles a bear. Take 2.
Every time I'm enlarged, I want to suplex things.
See, it's addictive, eh, Lluis?
Yeah, I'm like,
Suplexing
yeah, I
things?
get a D4 on attacks, but I also
Valgg-
really big, so I can like drop the owlbear.
Valgg's helmet turns into a luchador mask.
I just imagine the sound isn't a Mario sound for Prism. Anytime her spells go off, it sounds like an actual crystalline formation.
I'm El Caballo now.
Just don't destroy the Spanish announce table.
Do it.
The owlbear dashes. And it is right next to the enlarged Valgg, not caring that he is like twice its size.
Okay.
That tracks.
It's difficult terrain for the owlbear as well. So, don't think it's going to be like... I don't know. I always think of like Dark Souls. There's like the one area where there's like waist-high water, and your character moves really slow, but there's like a stupid undead dog there, and it's just completely unaffected, and it's hopping around and
Onyx
shit.
through the fucking water, yeah.
It's so annoying. But anyway. So, then, we loop back around. Actually, no we don't. Your ready to action goes off wild, I believe.
Sweet.
How-
I shoot twice.
How far did you move down? Or did you not
I
move?
moved- I would have moved up a bit. I probably would have moved about 20 feet, my max main move.
Okay, if you move 20 feet, and it was 120 feet away, and it just moved 80, it's 20 feet away from you.
All right, perfect. That means it's in short range.
Mm-hmm. And your ready to action would go off.
All right, so that is a crit and a 16.
Oh.
So 2 hits.
Okay, let me pull up the crit chart. Be funny if you push it back.
That would be funny.
Because I'm actually adding terrain to this combat. Okay, what'd you get on the crit?
What do you? Oh, I have to roll it. That's right. I have to roll a thing for it. One moment. 72.
72. Okay. For those that have no idea what the heck we're talking about, I use Zenithar's Lost Notes to everything else. It's available on the DM's Guild. I believe it's one of their top 5 selling products, if not like top 3. And it has a crit hit and crit miss charts. So with the 72, the owlbear has a disadvantage on attack rolls to the end of your next turn, which is pretty nice.
Oh, that's great. Granted, that doesn't matter because I'm going to I'm effectively going to be acting twice in a row.
Yeah.
So, oh yeah, wait.
Oh wow, yeah, that's a downside. To
That is a
rip it.
huge downside, yeah.
Hmm.
Oh well. Sorry, I'm trying to find my one ability I have, but there it is. There it is. What the hell? I thought I had that there. Oh well. So we double the dice pretty much for everything.
You doubled the
For-
damage dice for the first shot.
Yeah. So. I think I have actions. Where's that thing? Did I exceed its AC by 5 or more for both attacks?
No, only the crit.
Oh, no, the 16 would have been a 20 something.
Oh, I thought you meant 16 total.
16 on the die. No.
Yeah, no, yeah, you did.
All right. So that's a 23 for the crit.
Okay.
And 4, 5, 6, 7 points of damage for the non-crit.
Okay. The crit definitely, like, it flinches pretty bad to that. And it's bleeding a bit.
All right.
And then,
That's my turn.
And then, hey, guess what? It's your turn.
Sweet. Well, I'm gonna move in another. I'm gonna move in 20 feet, and let's go point blank with this thing. I'm gonna bring up my shotgun and shoot it with both barrels.
Okay.
God damn! It came into range. That was its first mistake. All right, so a 18 and a 21 to hit.
Both hit. Both are over 5.
All right. 1, 2,
Buckle my shoe.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19, 20. 21 points of damage.
Okay.
And bonus action, I'm going to pistol whip it.
Okay.
Oh, that's a nat 20.
Of course it is. Only
I am
D100.
so sorry. And that'll be 13 points of damage, and then I'll roll the thing. 62.
Okay, let's see here. Your inspiring pistol whip grants an ally that you can see an attack against the creature as a reaction.
Oh boy.
Who do you pick?
Valgg.
So Valgg, you
Valgg
get
is
an
go.
attack as a reaction.
Okay. I will attack it then. It's like one of the same rules applies like the disengaging. I like the attack of opportunity thing.
Kind of.
You get a free attack.
Yeah, you get one free
You get
attack.
the attack action. You get the attack.
Okay.
Does it say an attack or an? Because this is very, and this is really.
Yeah,
really
I mean
pedantic,
that's the
but that
difference.
really
because I have
matters.
two attacks.
It is
for
one
an
attack. It is an
Okay, one
attack.
attack.
Singular.
I want to make sure because I
That's-
want to feel like that pedantic asshole.
That's a 26.
26 hits.
So I
So
have a
while
4 extra, right?
you have an extra D4 on it, yes. So we'll say like a wild pistol whips its head, and it like knocks its head in your direction. Position this time. Okay, hello. Okay, I guess we're streaming now. Hello, everybody.
Ah.
Sorry, had a little bit of internet fun there. By internet fun, I mean router and modem decide to crap out. As you can see, most of our party's gone. Quite a few of them were getting pretty tired and whatnot. Anyway, one of them actually was kind of sick and was nice enough to join in on the game. So for them to last as long as they did, I thank them for that. But when we last left off, I believe we were fighting a snowy owlbear. It's not an owlbear, by the way. It's a snowy owlbear. It has its own stats. And Valgg had just attacked it with the reaction attack from your crit wild.
Mm-hmm.
And as he does, I'll say he like gores him with the antlers. I was gonna let him say what he wants to do to end it, but I'll say he gores him with the antlers, pulls it in the air, and just pins it to the ground. And the owlbear is not moving anymore.
Nice.
Because of course, right when it got to 0 hit points, so did my modem.
So did your modem. Yep.
Okay. Oh, I see in chat you put internet went down, BRB.
Yep, I called it for you.
I don't know how I got that in to show up on mine, but in any case. So yeah, owlbear down. Half the group turns into cardboard cutouts.
Yep. And Wild will kind of check on everyone, see if they're okay, and then reload her guns and holster the weapons.
Rowan just like slides down to look at the owlbear and just goes, fine. I want to get a crack at the next one though. God's blood.
Well, Wild just kind of looks around and says, "You have to be faster than that to take care of one."
She just rolls her eyes. I'm just like, better the way we do it at home. We don't have things that make stupid noises and take all the fun out of everything.
Wild just kind of smirks and says, "Then your people didn't know how to fight very well." And she holsters her gun and walks up to the owlbear and is gonna bring out her dagger.
Yeah, she just laughs and just takes out the axe to help out.
What are you trying to harvest?
Just trying to get some meat.
Okay, give me a survival check.
Roger.
Do that with advantage. I'll assist.
Okay. So what's your survival?
My survival is +5.
Okay, yeah, I'll assist you then. So I have a +3 for mine.
All right.
Despite what everyone thinks, I actually don't have a high survival. I just have a ridiculously high perception.
It's cocked. So 22.
Okay. How much meat are you willing to carry? Is more the question than how much you're able to salvage.
How much weight can we strap onto the cardboard cutout of Valgg?
Let me.
Also, question is Garrett still with us?
We dropped him off, I thought.
I didn't get to say it. I forgot to say it before we continue the rest of the adventure. But both Garrett and Boy decided to. Actually, we'll just have them do this now. Suddenly they're here, and we'll pretend they were helping the whole time.
Right.
Garrett says, "I seriously need to head back home, and make sure that make sure that everything's all right." Hello?
You roboted really hard there.
Yeah, I might be crashing.
Oh no.
Twitch says I'm at 0.
Oh no.
For kilobytes per second.
Shit.
Am I still?
You're back Yep, you're back. Twitch is back at least. Oh, nope, and it's gone.
Thanks, Internet.
Thanks, Comcast.
Nope, not Comcast.
Oh.